welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla June, Kale Barb on social media. So today we are celebrating Mental Health Monday. So happy Mental Health Monday to you. I know I haven't posted a mental health video in a very long time, and I do apologize a lot for that. So this video is going to be something that I've been dealing with recently, and I think it's very important for those of you who either have friends with mental illness or anxiety, depression, or if you have anxiety, depression, or mental health, you know, like me. This is definitely, hopefully, going to be beneficial for you in understanding how it is like to have friendships or to have friends in this little topic or area. So I'm just going to be talking about that from my own personal point of view, and ways that you can really try to either benefit yourself or try and be there for your friend. So without further ado, if you aren't already, please subscribe to my channel. And definitely give this video a thumbs up at the end, if you do like it, of course. And follow all my social media handles. There are plenty of them. I have at Kale Barb for beauty. I have at bear_selfcare for mental health. And of course, like I always say, my business page, which is growing very slowly, but it's a work in progress. It is at kaylajune.mua. So, as you may know, if you have been a subscriber of mine for a very long time, and if you've been a part of this bear family for a very long time, you know that I have, take a breath, take a seat, severe anxiety, severe depression. I have PMDD, social anxiety disorder. So with all of that comes with a lot of issues. If you haven't seen my video about seasonal depression, I really struggle with that. Like, for example, it's very dreary today and it's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but being you know, trying to be productive today nonetheless is very difficult for me, because every single time I look out the window I see how cloudy it is and it makes me very sad. If you don't know, with seasonal depression, I talked about how, you know, when it's cold and dreary and rainy and just dull, I never want to leave my house. So the majority of, like, maybe November till February, I'm very much antisocial, more than I usually am. I know, right? I have a YouTube channel and I am antisocial. But I don't like leaving the house. I, you know, will cancel plans. I usually feel really sick, very fatigued. I don't want to see people. I don't want to socialize. I don't want to do things. I don't want to go out. It's very difficult for me. Having social anxiety disorder, I am like this a little bit less on a normal basis. So, for example, going to, like, family parties or events, or, you know, even sometimes work, like being a makeup artist, a freelance makeup artist, obviously it's one-on-one, which is very good for me because I have a difficult time being on crowds of people, public speaking, stuff like that. But the clients I've had recently are either really close friends or even people I've known since I was little but haven't really kept in contact with for a while. People I met on social media, friends of friends, you know, stuff like that. So it hasn't been as bad, but again, it's one-on-one type of thing, so it isn't very crucial to, like, making me feel uncomfortable, and I love what I do, so I don't really have a problem with that. But having friendships or building friendships for me personally is very, very difficult, because so I've had relationships as in friendships in the past where I've lost friends because I wasn't really around physically. I was always there if someone called me or texted me or needed me, but physically, unless people came to, like, my house where, like, this is my safe place. It's very rare to get me out of the house. I know for a few months, like, Nicole tried to get me out of the house as much as possible, and even she knows that's difficult for me, especially in the winter months. So we kind of like made a deal that during the summer, you know, I'll try and get out more. We'll do things outside, because when it's sunny outside, I want to go outside and I want to have fun and I want to do things. But when it's dreary and it's just horrible, I don't want to leave my house. And sometimes that's very difficult, because I know Rachel and Nicole live like 20 minutes away from me, 30 minutes away from me. So, you know, coming over my house all the time can be very frustrating, which obviously is understandable. But I know a lot of people reach out to me about how they've lost friends because their friends like to go out to clubs, which, again, that's a very big group of people, which is very hard for me to do sometimes. I don't really go out to clubs or bars anymore, mainly because of that reason. I just don't feel the need to do that, mainly because places get so crowded and I like my space. And it's just like, talking to other people, I know how difficult it is as being the friend to someone who has anxiety or depression. I know how frustrating it could be to try and make plans with them all the time, and how annoying it can be, because I have seen and had arguments with my friends. And of course it's upsetting to me because I feel like they just don't understand or get it. But it's very upsetting because they get bothered by the fact that either I cancel for feeling sick, or cancel for not wanting to leave my house, or, you know, something comes up, or I just don't go out as much. And I wanted to address it on camera that it mainly, and usually always 98% of the time, has to do with my anxiety or my depression. Leaving the house is sometimes very scary for me, and I know that sounds silly to some of you, but it truly does. I say to Vincent all the time, and like he's been really understanding with that. He kind of gets it. He doesn't really like big crowds either, and I've told him in the past that it gets really uncomfortable and overwhelming for me, like going to a party and knowing like, okay, well, I have to make conversation, because if I don't, it's rude. But it's uncomfortable for me to start a conversation with somebody. That's how I've always been. Like, people always joke around about how I'm always so quiet, and it's not a disrespectful or I have no manners type thing. It's just, I feel like if I start a conversation about something small, it just sounds stupid and irrelevant, and it's like I messed up. You know what I mean? But like, for those of you who have anxiety or depression or a mental illness and can't seem to get out of bed, or can't seem to leave the house or your room, or, you know, go to social events or parties, or out to lunch with your friends or dinner with your friends, or go out for drinks, I get it. I completely 100% get it, and it's very, very frustrating. Especially since when people ask me, well, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I don't know, or I just don't want to leave my house. It's not a really valid excuse for a lot of people. I've been told that. And, you know, it's really good to try and find people that understand. If you're able to get out of the house, then kudos to you. That is absolutely amazing. And if your friends are able to understand, like, today isn't just really a good day for me, then keep those friends close. And for the people that you have in your life are just like, oh, come on, you're having another bad day? Like, you can't get out of bed again today? Or, you know, you can't leave the house today? There's the type of people that you need to cut out of your life. It's that simple. And I've learned this over the last few months, since January started, 2019 started. My family, my friends know that I'm very quiet. I'm very antisocial. You know, everyone could be having a conversation and I'm included in the conversation, it's just I sit there quiet sometimes. And it's not like intentional, it's just, it becomes overwhelming. Or I'm afraid to say something dumb. Or wear a stupid outfit. Or, I don't know, just anything. Or if I don't look right that day. Or if I'm having a bad skin day. I mean, we all have insecurities, you know what I mean? And I just want to make this video, even though it's a lot of me just rambling about personal experiences, but it's a really frustrating topic for me, especially lately being summer, that even though it's summer and I'm usually very antisocial more during the winter months or the fall winter months, there are still days where I don't want to leave my house, or I feel paranoid to leave the house. But then there are days where I'm in the house too much and I become very upset because I haven't seen the sun. So it's all battle within itself, I guess. But if any of you ever feel this way, you know to contact me, you know to leave a comment down below, you know to direct message me on Instagram, reach out to me and we can always talk. But I also, if any of you who are watching this, please let me know down below if you do experience this or if I'm just a lone bear in this little battle of mine. It is very frustrating and very overwhelming, and it's something that's been bothering me for a very long time, and I cry about it a lot with Vincent because I feel like I just constantly lose people or lose friends because of busy schedules or, you know, not understanding, okay, Kayla might be having a bad day. Let me just see, you know, what's going on. And I've been told by Vincent, if people really want to see you or people really want to talk to you or hang out with you, they'll come out and hang out with you. It doesn't matter if it's at your house, doesn't matter if it's outside on the steps or if it's at the beach or by a pool or going to the mall or whatever, getting your nails done. If a person, a friend, or whoever really wants to see and hang out with you, they're going to make the effort to come and see you. And obviously it comes from my part too. I try so hard to fight myself to get out and hang out with friends, but sometimes knowing inside here that certain people in my life don't really understand what goes on in here and how dark and scary it gets in my head, that I don't want to make that effort, because I feel like if a person who claims to be a friend or someone that loves you won't sit down and understand what's going on, or at least try to. I'm not saying it's easy to, because it's not at all. It took Vincent a few years to actually understand. We've been together for almost 6 years. But just trying, you know? And again, maybe this is just a video of me venting and rambling, but I thought it was necessary because I know a few people that have reached out to me have been bothered by losing friends because of this anxiety, depression issue of having a hard time building and keeping friendships, and I totally get it. I mean, I was raised in a household that told me that you didn't need friends because 99% of the time friends aren't good for you because they never really want what's best for you. So I mean, I don't think that way now, but sometimes it's the cold truth. I heard it this past weekend from a cousin of mine, and how she doesn't have a lot of friends because there's different phases of life, and there's, you know, different opinions on things, and it's frustrating. But nonetheless, I'm always here for you, even though I am pretty much a complete stranger, just a YouTuber here on this channel. And of course, I want you to feel safe, and this is a safe channel. So please, you know, continue to reach out to me. If you aren't already, definitely subscribe. I hope I didn't bore you with this video. I do love you guys so much, and I just try and speak from personal experience to try and maybe help you and show you that I do relate to some, a few, most of you, all of you. I mean, I don't know, but I try my best to be as honest and authentic as possible and genuine, and just speaking from whatever I'm feeling and the thoughts in my head. And I just hope you know that. Don't forget to leave a comment, say hi, know that I love you. Have a great day or night wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Please don't be afraid to contact me or vent to me, because I am always here. Love you bears so much. See you in the next one.